Hello, and welcome back to Sketchbook Thursday. Let me see here. There we go. So I kind of tried to make the setup a little bit better, at least for me, by not having like squish windows in my screen. I can just have Photoshop right up here and have that gesture page up on my other screen and then just smush them together on OBS for you so you can see what's going on. Hello, Sarlark. So I'm going to do a figure drawing warm-up, just like do a couple of them for a minute and try to, you know, capture the flow and the movement of the body and practice my proportions. And then after that, I'm going to work on Drawing Dynamic Hands by Bernie Hogarth. It's a really good book. I realized as I was getting more involved in this, I'm like, oh, there's so many good ideas, so many different ways to handle this, and how I want to go about this year of doing this stream and bettering myself in art and working with other artists, hopefully, and yeah, let's practice together. And I have collected a lot of art books. Some of them are just, they're art books for games and stuff, with just pretty pictures for inspiration, but there's a lot of instructional stuff that I've picked up as well. Like the one book that I'll be using in the second part of the stream. And I kind of want to go through them and really utilize them, because I pick them up, I use them a little bit, and they just sit there on my shelf, and I need to get more. I need to practice more anyway, so I might as well utilize the information that I have too as well. So it's going to be kind of the same as before with figure drawing and then hands, only this will be working through this book. And I'm figuring for the rest of this month, I'll just be doing hands, like focusing on that, and then next month I'll focus on another thing and, you know, build up. I might come back to things every once in a while. It's just like a little refresher, but I think that's essentially how it's going to go. It's like next month will be feet, maybe. I don't know about that. I might just do like the head and just work on that, because I need to get better at positions in space with the head. Someone looking up, someone looking down, getting that correct. So that might be the thing for next month. Anyway, so after all that's over with, let's start the figure drawing. I can get my mouse over here. My cat just started beating on the door. Are you kidding me? You are the worst, cat. You are the worst. And it's like this timing thing too. You're impeccable, because I'm actually a little bit late to the stream and you still find a way to just be like, okay, I'm about to begin. Let's pound on the door. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you give me that face. Okay. I gotta start the timer on... Wait, I should probably zoom in a little bit here, because I only have a minute. Perfect. 20 billion% zoomed in. There we go. And I can move that over because I don't need it. And draw on a separate layer because that's cool. My paintbrush is good. And my eraser is gonna be good as well in a second here. Okay, we are ready to rock. Let's go. Oh, ooh. Let's see here. I'm going too slow. I should... Perfect. I just realized that I always like zoom in, and that's actually probably a thing that I shouldn't be doing. I should be zooming out because I need to keep these small as thumbnails. And that is a habit that I'm gonna have to probably not indulge. Let's see. That hip is definitely up because this leg is in front. Alright, there we go. Andy! Gotta say, Plato's Politia is more interesting than graphic print layout editorial design. I'm torn on my assignment or reading Plato. Alright. I used up way too much of my time. I forgot that like this is like super stressful with reading chat. I need to maybe change this to like 2 minutes or something. So I can cheat and look. Let's see. My brain is not immediately parsing this. Kind of got it. At least when I'm doing the hands, it's much more casual because I'm not on the time limit. So I can just kind of chill. So that, his chest is bending down to the side here. And then his hip is going to counteract that, I think. And this leg and this leg are both weight bearing. I'm running out of room again because I'm drawing super huge. I bent my arm a little bit more than I should have. Let's see, she has the leg that comes right out, really, and then to the side. Both of them. Ah, that one was hard. The seating. I'm gonna have to work on sitting positions more. Whenever anything's laying over the other thing, if that makes any sense. Like how her legs were in front of the rest of her body. That's something that my brain just slows down on. Which makes sense because there's more stuff going on, but still. Can't have that. Turning this way. Kappa phase. I see a Kappa phase. Oh dear. Sideways is not as bad. I can kind of deal with this. Just got arm coming up here. Going like, oh man, I'm a cutie patootie. Yeah, this is not going to be a stream with lots of interaction. Comes to stream disappointed. Mint plastered all over his face. Oh man. Just properly choke on something that can't be swallowed completely. Oh man. Smaller. Running out of room. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a thing that I want to look into, how I can make this a little bit better with the interaction thing as far as the figure drawing warm-up thing goes. Because I feel like that's an important thing. Alright. Sexy pose. Don't you like that? Actually, that looks like the hip's going this way. And this is a weight-bearing leg. Oh my gosh, this is going awful. I also need to figure out what the next illustration is going to be for Friday, because I think that one's going to be just about over. This is pretty much straightforward. At least everyone who's like, oh, I can only draw stick figures. I mean, that's the foundation that, you know, everyone has to draw when they first start figuring out what they want to draw. So, no excuses for that. Drawing stick figures is important. Oh my god, this leg is just broken. Just broken. I have to create more room for myself. That's what I need to do. Okay. I'm gonna pause. I keep seeing the chat move. I need to read. Let me tell you, first off, we had this thing called the internet where everyone could do anything without a care in the world. Instead, the very lovely... Oh. They did their vote on that. They voted the wrong way. Rest in peace, net neutrality. Drew Ricka? Who drew Ricka? Did you? So I ask you, is America truly the land of free and opportunity? Check the dashboard and bring out the champagne. I don't know how to bring out champagne. Because at this point we may as well just become a dictatorial country. Well, I mean, Zen, we can't just like give up hope and stuff, because then you just slip right down into that level. Like, you always have to fight. Otherwise, people will have their way. It's the constant vigilance over the forces of evil. It's a very tiring job, but it has to be done. You have to constantly fight. But that's a little bit... That's... Dang. Oh, Hendris! Oh my gosh, wait, did you mean about the 7... Wait, no, that can't be right. Twitch has to be lying to me. 17 viewers? What just happened? This is like the worst time. I'm just drawing like stick figures and I'm just practicing. What is going on? I feel very exposed. This is just practice. If you wanna see real art, come by Friday. That's when I'm actually doing some fancy stuff. Or Monday if you're interested in Skyrim. Oh shoot, I didn't turn the timer back on. We still have Congress to repeal the net neutrality? Yeah, I mean, that's what we have to focus on. That's what's important, is that, you know, there's always still like something else that we can do to try to improve our way of life and our living conditions. Or to stop them from, you know, getting worse. Okay. And she goes dark. And I have to control making the thumbnail smaller rather than bigger. Okay. And this hand is here. Ah man, this is the problem with doing figure drawing with people wearing clothes, I swear. Can't see what's happening. Okay. We have no time. Nearly 83% of America oppose this, but all that means absolutely nothing else. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of inevitable for it to get to this state with who's in charge currently. I almost feel like that's half the reason why he was put in charge. Like, let's be honest, a lot of the problem is that you've got a situation where the fox guards the hen house. Sexy space lady. we've got a nice curved thing going on here. I'm gonna add a rim again. Okay. This isn't hard, but they're covered in leaves. It's just nice that at least our government has some checks and balances, and so it's like, it's not completely, you know, cut and dry yet. They still have other people that need to vote on it and have their decisions be heard and whatnot. So it's like really nice. There is so little that I'm given with this picture. Okay. Ah, it's going dark. Oh, hello. Okay. Let's see. It's taking too long, I know it. The darkness is gonna come. There it goes. Oh well. I don't know who this green goddess is, but she's pretty. Kind of bent her spine a little bit too much. A little bit too excited there. Oh, she's doing some kind of dancey pose underneath that skirt. I know it. You can see her feet. Again. Three-quarter view. Actually, that needs to be straighter, I think. The skirt's throwing my brain through a loop. Because at first I thought that was a weight-bearing leg, but it is not. The one behind it is. Okay, so we have this arm in front. And off to the side. Oh my gosh. That was bad. Very, very bad. It's funny that she's in a shopping cart. Welcome to the real world, buddy. You get screwed over more times than you can count. It's so sad. Yeah. There's a lot of good things in life and there's a lot of rotten ones. And a lot of it is about, you know, perspective on our own in our life. And then the things that are truly rotten, you know, we have to work to try to change them. And sometimes they can be really simple, because sometimes it's something you can totally control, like getting better at being fast at drawing figure drawing. And sometimes it takes a lot of work. And other times it may seem impossible because it seems like no one listens and it seems like you're just a drop in the ocean and all that, but you're still making some kind of impact. There I go, making a big thumbnail rather than a small one. Proportions are all wrong on that too. Should be brought up. Have more space there. Oh well. Foreshortening, huh? That's what we're gonna do? At least this... Oh, did I hear something? Yes, I did. You're making it rain. For a lot of people, apparently. Oh, Photoshop. Why'd you do that? You horrible thing, you. I've seen this one before. Actually, her head is tilting a little bit more than that, I think. It's a little bit more interesting having the reference further away this time than being like right on the other side of this screen, because I'm constantly like turning my head much further than before, and then having to try to like remember everything. It's different than having it right in front of you and you're just looking up and down. It's like, let's go to the side and back. Oh boy. Oh boy. I definitely feel like my brain is better with side view. I don't know why. It used to be the bane of my existence when I was younger. I was just like, no, I want everything straightforward or 3/4. Can I just have that? This one's pretty cool. This is interesting. I like it. Hopefully my brain will like it too. Also, like, way to go to just, you know, basically be nude, but have it covered enough that it's okay. Like, I don't think this should be in the clothes section, if I'm gonna be honest. But whatever. She's covered. I just want to draw this one. This one's just like fun. I'm gonna actually spend the time to draw it correctly. Let's try this. Let's try doing the lines first. For the rib cage and then the hips. That hand is not in the right position though. Arm isn't right. Okay. 20 people, but now they're all away, not in chat log. Jet is flipping again. Nice looking percent. I knew it couldn't last. I figured it was some kind of freak out, maybe like a random raid. But that's why I was like, hey, you guys can, yeah, check out this stream on Friday or Monday or I don't know of too many people that would be interested in, like, raid-wise, too many people being interested in, like, practicing art stuff. I think that's, like, a community thing that needs to be built up. Or, like, I need to be stellar at this to keep people's attention. Which was why, one of the reasons why I was so skeptical of doing this, because, like, it's just practice and I'm not the best at it, so. I'm sure there are other artists on Twitch that make this look glamorous and amazing. Like, yeah, I know all the bones of the human body. And all the veins. You can do so much detail in a figure drawing sketch in 2 seconds flat. I think I'm getting more into the zone, which is nice. The warm-up should not last too much longer before we just switch to hands. Okay, we're gone as soon as Zarlark mentioned 20 people. Zarlark, you jinxed it! You monster! It's too flat. This is the thing that I always feel is fun being an artist, is to make things more dynamic. Like, you have that kind of pose and then you can just really spice it up and add more motion and stuff. But okay. I'm feeling like I'm good. Now I'm gonna go cry. No, it's okay. Probably just bots. Yeah. Yeah. Like, no one came into the chat, and like, if it was like a real raid, I was kind of waiting for people to spam, like, you know, some streamer's name, because that's where they came from. Or, you know, something like that, like emotes or something. But since they didn't do anything, I'm pretty sure they were probably bots. So nothing to really worry about. Alright. Let's go into hand mode. We have this book, which I'll be looking at while I sketch these hands. Oh boy. Such a nice book, though. Okay. Palm curvature. Ooh, I can also drink some of my tea. Not that I'm not, like, not that I'm timed now. Okay. So we have the breakdown from him being essentially, oh, I'm curving it the wrong way. I think something like that, except I need to make this way wider. Curve this more. It's interesting. Such a simple shape, really, and Thought I was warmed up, brain. Thought we were getting into the groove. What's this? Just means we got a lot of work to do. Yeah, he has his a lot more curved. That's fine. And the thumb is right over this edge here. Okay. Now let's try adding the fingers. Actually, let's just try another sketch. Because that's the point. Mindless repetition. Zarlark is going for a smoke and cry. I don't know. I like having a few people in chat because then I get to know everyone's names. I get to know you. You know, we get to like just be able to chat and hang out. Having like 20, I mean, maybe 20 wouldn't be so bad, I suppose. If you get like enough people, it becomes hard to really be part of the conversation. Like 20 would only really be okay if not everyone was speaking. Ooh. Go away. Okay. So this top part, it looks like, is the crease here. So this is the top part of your hand, top part of your wrist, and then the side of your wrist going through the side of the palm, where the thumb comes out. I mean, most of this stuff like this is kind of just a refresher, like I know, you know, the shape of a hand. But it's nice to have the guidelines if they click with me, because it's just, you know, helpful. Guidelines are supposed to make it easier and quicker for you to quickly get the position you want and have it be as atomically correct as possible. This needs to dip here and come up and then come down a little. Such a weird looking thing though, it really is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fingers. And we have our thumb. Which is essentially that. And fingers. Try to do it how he did. They look like spider fingers, I'm not gonna lie. It's like really weird and dynamic. He's super good at that. That cheat. He only has 3 of them drawn here. Just missing the one that gets completely overlapped there. Probably because it would be too busy for a tutorial. There's just too much going on. Alright. Oh. Okay. And I'll just add this finger in here. Kind of. It is very busy. And I know there's the knuckles here, more or less. So he's got... I don't know what the bone is called on the one side of... Well, actually, there's 2 that stick out on either side of your wrist. Is that there's 2 arm bones. So I guess one on one side is one bone, and then on the other side of your wrist there's the other. God dang it. But I don't know if there's a specific name for that bump that you can see and feel when you draw hands. Or when you just feel your own hands and your own wrist. Okay, I'm trying to break down what he's done here with his little map and try to then copy. But it's hard, because I can see some of the little lines that he erased that he was using for his guidelines, but they're not very clear. So he's lifted this finger up. Bony hands. Two, three, 4. goodness. It's also got foreshortening down for these hands, which is crazy. It's crazy to me. You don't really see the reference. I know. I was explaining it at the beginning of the stream that I have a lot of these art books as well. That I've collected, these art instructional books. That I never really delved into like I should have. They're just on my shelf. It's like, oh yeah, this is useful information. But whenever I go to actually draw something, I normally just jump into it. I keep working on it till I get it, you know? And that's why I should be doing these practice drills more often. And part of the drills that I want to do is with these books. That's why I actually have the little thing up on the side of the screen of like what book I'm using here. Which I really recommend it. It's awesome. And this finger I just need to redo. And when I get the better webcam, I would like to, you know, show exactly what I'm doing, like drawing on paper and all that. But for right now, this is what we got going on, because I wanted to delve into the books. I think he's got some good information. But yeah, I've been noticing like lots of good ideas for the future for this series. So right now it's just a little bit like, we're just starting. It's not the most professional in the world. It's just practice. Just a good way to be held accountable for trying to become a better artist. I feel like that pinky is disgustingly long. I'm doing it again, aren't I? Making it very long. Oh. Hey now. There we go. Well, it's not too bad. Let's see. The joint here. Oh man. And then we have that bone here on the palm. guess it's kind of, yeah, it is lower. And then my flaw here is that this is supposed to be a line that goes this way, slanted. And we have tendons here, right at the middle of the wrist. Draw them a little bit tighter. Actually, I'm looking at my hand and I don't really see them, but I've seen it before in animation where they have the lines like that, and it looks correct. So maybe I've just got weird hands. And this middle finger, the knuckle is a little bit higher up. And this knuckle is also really high up. But I feel like I'm making the fingers ridiculously long. And this knuckle is lower. A little bit lower than this one. Let's see. This should be where the second knuckle for the pinky is, but that makes this stupid short. Huh. Neuro's playlist consists of like 4 songs? It should not. I should last it. It has 80 songs in it. Is it just repeating like... Let me see here. It's got the different versions in them in this one. So like it has 3 or 4 different versions of the same song. Oh boy. We can fix that. That's no big deal. Because I was using a different one, I just like quickly clicked rather than tracking down the one that I was originally using. Let's see about fixing this. Here. Here, Autonoma. There it is. Okay. Let me turn that one off and turn this one on. This is the appropriate OST for the game. So it should be a little bit better. It should be a little bit more Smooth listening. I'm sorry. There we go. Put my keyboard down. Remember to drink some tea. Okay. This is pretty good, but I think the hand's a little bit too long looking, but it is helpful. All right. Oh, this will be a difficult one. Because the hand is looking away. Or is... yes, it's looking away. Facing away. That's the word my brain was looking for. Facing away just sounds like that one Labyrinth movie with that crazy creature. Had like eyeballs on its fingers. Creepy stuff. Okay, so this is where the wrist is. We have the hand. Coming out like this. We have the thumb on the other side. Because this guy's badass. He can just draw the thumb wherever he wants it to be and just works. Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's just really good at knowing the anatomy of a hand. I really like the whole body. It's crazy. Serious artists. I've seen these books and some of the little workshops they do where they can go into even the veins sometimes. There's actually a picture in this book where he goes into the veins of the hand, and I'm like, it's so unnecessary. It's fantastic. I feel like this thumb might confuse the issue a little bit here, but we'll see. So we have the starting knuckle here. I would love to get to that level though, I'm not gonna lie. If I could get to the point where I know the anatomy so well that I've actually learned the veins. Be a much different place. Alright, so we have... It's got a little bit more meat on these hands than just like the bone structure on the previous page. And there's this shape to the fingertip that I've always been kind of bad at. I'm gonna try to emulate here and try to remember to do. It's like a triangle shape, but not quite. And my brain's just not being able to wrap itself around this. And it should, because it looks relatively simple. It just doesn't wanna. It's as close as we're getting, isn't it? I'll take it. Well, obviously they want to be able to realistically draw a hand that has to come in contact with 3 different chainsaws. Yes, exactly. The blood splatter must be legitimate. Next thing they're gonna look up is how much blood is missing. A missing finger causes to leak out. So that you can look at the pic and be like, sweet, it was X type of chainsaw, and Y seconds have passed since those 2 fingers flew off. You are too right. Too right, Hendris. It's exactly why they know the veins. Okay, flat knuckle here. Here it is flat on this angle. There's just a part of me that's always in the back of my head like, let's just do it. Why can't we just do it, have it done, and be able to do this simply and practice. Practice and impatience and said practice. You just want to be a master now. Then we have the last finger. It's hardly showing up at all, really. Hyperrealism is all about. Free transform, flip, horizontal. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I feel like my thumb, though, I probably should have lifted it up. Oh well. On to the next. Oh gosh. His line work is also fantastic. And where he puts heavy shading as versus to where the light lines are. It's very pretty. Okay, so we have a hand that's kind of facing us with a finger outstretched. So if we do general outline of it first. And this finger goes all the way down. This one kind of comes right out at you. And this one kind of comes down. So we have something like this happening, I think. Straight on. I need this to be flat. And we have the thumb coming out. Actually, it's coming out more in this direction, so it needs to be closer. Closer to the internal part of the palm. So I think something like this. Ugh. One, two, three, 4 fingers. And we have the skin here because it's all scrunched and foreshortened. I almost feel like this guy's got to have had bony hands for most of his life. It's like he was able to really get into this groove of how the skin tightens and flexes, and because that's part of what his sketch shows is the bones, right, but also how the skin stretches over them. It's crazy. Now I don't know if I made the finger long enough. So it's something like that. I have the joint here, and then finger coming out for a short end joint. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I forget that saying continues. I forgot that saying continues. Maybe because sticks and stones can actually work, and then you're in pain, then you don't care about the rest of the saying. Okay. And this finger comes out to here. And this one goes off to the side. Try to clean this up a little. It's a little bit easier to understand. Hopefully. Get rid of this line. Creepy. Spider hands, spider fingers. It's weird that I have never broken a bone. Well, one of my bones, that is. One time I broke the neighbor's kid's ankle, though. We kicked against the same soccer ball at the same time, and well, I had a bit more strength. Oh no. It does look fairly readable. It's just a matter of thickening the fingers and hoping that it looks good. Oh, this would have been a good thing for Halloween, right? Like, let's make creepy hands. How's that gonna work out? Thanks, Photoshop. Alright. The thumb looks a little bit broken. Kind of the way it just like sticks down like this. but not too bad. Proportions and measurements. Oh my gosh, a lot of detail. Ulna and the little finger knuckle. Ulna, that's one of the bones. It was ulna and radius, I think, are the bones that exist in here, in your arm. Then connect with your wrist. Okay, we are doing a side view. Because that's a totally comfortable thing to do. Gonna curve this a little bit more to make it dynamic. And we have the rest of the hand back here with the thumb. And the hand. Fingers. Blood swords, hello! Seems like the Russian streamer is not here today. This is true. This is true. It is not the adventures of Rekaral today. It is the adventures of an artist practicing to become a better artist. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so the flow of this hand is supposed to come down. It's supposed to flow like this. And I'm just cranking that finger right up there. It's supposed to come up a little, but then stay down. Knuckles supposed to be flat, probably right back here. Yes, yes. Finger here. Oh goodness. Hendress. Never learned to read Russian. I think this wrist needs to come up more. Oof. Okay. Then we have the tendon coming up into the middle of the hand. There's that triangle shape that I'm not the best at. That's all I know. It's more than what I do. I know only maybe the parts of the Russian alphabet that look like English. I never had the desire to learn it. Which reminds me, I need to get back to studying the Korean alphabet. That one's pretty. I learned a little bit of it, but not too much. Interesting. I think this hand might be a mangled mess. This is something I might have to study more. 'Cause it doesn't feel right to me, but we haven't flipped it yet, so. Yeah. Alright. That bump has to be here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it could just look nicer. And at least it is understandable as a hand, I suppose. I can speak swear words in Russian, but not type them. Russian Laura Lipson. Man. I don't want to be drawing hands. I'm feeling it in the back of my head. It's just like when you know work's gonna end soon or class is gonna end soon, you're just like, ah, and then you look at the clock, it's like, oh, like I want to be streaming. This is all really good stuff, but there's that part of me where it's like, oh, I don't want to do hands. Let's just slow down time because I just don't want to do hands. Okay. New position. Maybe. Also, I shouldn't draw that close to the edge. So the hand is facing away. We have the wrist here. Actually, it should be this way. I don't think I would draw that good in my lifetime. Ah, you'd be surprised what practice can do. That's what I'm hoping for this year, to having a proper practice regime. I assume I will get swole art-wise. Which will be really, really good for me because I want to feel more comfortable. I don't feel comfortable when I'm drawing. I feel like I'm constantly struggling to get the thing that I want to get and then trying to shape it. And it's just a matter of practice, you know, drilling the things into your head that you're supposed to remember, being able to do them quickly and confidently. Hello, pinky finger. Let's see. No. I need this knuckle to be down lower. Fountain line with pinky one. Something like that. Kind of. Okay. Now that that's over with, I think. With a knuckle here. One about the same length. That seems kind of weird because the middle finger, this one should be the tallest one and then this one is lower. And this one's definitely lower. We also have it coming out here. Keep on wanting to draw them at like full width, and then it's like, no, we gotta just focus on the structure of the bones, the stick figureiness. Get that down first. Practice is everything. It is. Well, actually, I guess it's probably not everything if we want to be all technical and stuff, but definitely practice helps. Practice is very important. There's another thing I was thinking about I should probably do, as far as painting is concerned, have a session or two devoted to, like, what if there's a name for it really, but it's just material studies essentially, where you pick a bunch of things like organs or cat fur or an orange peel, and you have either spheres or squares. Squares are harder because you have those hard edges, so for things like you know, organs, it would be lumpier, right? But for glass and stuff, it would be different because you get that edge of the glass you have to do. So it's like for every different texture, you would make the cube or the ball look like that thing. And that's something that I should probably be doing, just to help, because like a jelly cube is going to look different than an ice cube. So that's another thing on the list. Another practice that I should do. And the expression sheet. I need to get back to that and fight through it. That's the problem. I'm doing too much fighting. Not enough, like, let it flow. So 2018 is the year of just letting it flow through fighting practice. So eventually I can get to the point where it just comes easy. Just like physical exercise, I think. It can be really difficult at first, but if you fight through it, then it just becomes like this really nice routine that you never want to stop. Okay, this pinky's too long. And then we have the thumb. Actually, I didn't shade this. There we go. Well, I think it should be a little bit closer. It should be here. This is what my brain is telling me. Now we have the joint here. Thumb comes up like that. These knuckles should have been down more though, I guess. What about landscape environments? That is something I also need to work on, but I'm going to be focusing on figures, creatures, and characters first, and really try to get down those fundamentals, because that is something that I'm very interested in, and wanting to attempt to do more comic type stuff. I need to really be good at being able to draw people and their appendages in very different positions, and sometimes dynamic ones. So that's what I'm focusing on, and then there's the other things like the material practice and environmental practice, because I always admired those grand landscapes they do, like for animation or for video games, where they just look amazing and inviting, and I want to be able to know how to do those better. So that is something that is on the list. I should probably make like a monthly schedule, like this is the month of hands, and then this is the month of this, and this is the month of that. And just kind of chart it out for myself. I guess to mentally brace myself for this is the month of feet. learn to love them. Let's do a hand that's facing down, because we haven't done that. So let's see. We have the two sides of the palm. The side being going to the pinky. And this side, the thumb. You may even have some fingers curled down, so that's gonna be real fun for me. Let's see. I guess it would be this. It should be a curve where this is high up, but because the way the hand is folded, it looks like it's going to be a curve like this. I hope I am not wrong with the setup here. This would also be closer. It's all scrunched up. This dark line, which is important. And that, I guess that's a tendon going right to the thumb. The joint. This is awkward because it's right where the page creases, so I have to like hold the page with one hand. Okay, so the thumb comes across because it's holding the other fingers down. But my thumb might be sticking too far out, so it looks like the joint is here and then it comes kind of to the side. Definitely some like foreshortening going on, just a little bit though. Looks like from here down you have a flatness. Oh man, this is difficult. No. Okay, let's do these fingers first. So we've got this one finger here, and then this finger here. And these fingers are out, just flying free. So that should be pretty easy to do. This one goes way up compared to this knuckle, which is down much lower. Not good. this part of the finger showing. Interestingly enough. Here's its joint, and we go like this. And again. Well, it looks like the pinky finger ends at this joint here. Which kind of makes sense when I look at my hand. My pinky's a little bit shorter, but the reference works here. My hand might not be the best reference because it's skinny and long. I need an extra joint in there. There we go. How to draw Draugr hands when I went with Jenna. I'm not drunk. Draugr hands! Yes! That's a fun way of thinking about it. Tell you guys, I always wanted to be, well, not always, but it was one of the things I was like, you know, it'd be cool if I could be a hand model. And I remember my friend was just like, nah, your hands are too bony. Just gently, not so gently, just slam the idea down. It's like, no, you can't. Wouldn't work out. But it's okay, because I can be my own hand model. This hot mess right here. Let's take a look at this. Flip vertically. I mean, it's not so bad, because it has all of the visual information, which is great. The positions and stuff. This has been, you know, a pretty good run. Because they all look like hands and they're not like utterly deformed. I can always work with that framework and make something kind of cool. It's cool. And just fatten up those fingers. So I guess I'm probably being too harsh on myself with this hand. It's not too bad. Not too bad of a hand run. I don't need to save this. What am I doing? Force of habit. Okay. Actually, some of these hands might look better for the event thumbnail. I might have to save it. Okay. It is 5 o'clock. Can't really start another hand in like 2 minutes that I have left. So, thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me. Hopefully you got some practicing of your own. Maybe it was an art. Who knows? Be productive, guys. I don't know. But thank you. Thank you for coming and watching. And spread the word if you like the stream, because it helps the channel grow. Check out the Discord for some fun emotes if you haven't. And check out the events tab on this Twitch channel to know what we'll be streaming next. Tomorrow is Fancy Art Day. we're probably going to finish up that illustration, and I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna be doing next, because I'm pretty sure we'll finish it up within the stream, and I'll have plenty of time left. So I'll have to go digging through my personal illustrations. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I would just default to, hey, let's work on the Dark Brotherhood stuff, because that's a whole nother illustration that I need to do. And this would be the time to do it, and that way I can work on the art side on the Friday streams and Monday with the nitty-gritty game design stuff. So, yeah. And then after that, we're gonna have a chill fest Friday night. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna be streaming. I think Divinity, but Sunnyside Ob might just roll up and be like, hey, I got my Dark Souls character all ready to go, let's do this. And I'm like, well, you guys asked for it. We can play Dark Souls and you can watch me be a total weenie. And then we'll probably be going back and forth between Dark Souls and Divinity, so that's what's gonna be happening. If there's something that you liked or disliked, oh, before I close, Zarlark, you redeemed Make It Rain. So let's get that done. We're not going to be giving a bunch of points to a bunch of bots, but we're going to give it to the people that matter. Points. Oops, no space. There we go. I was like waiting for it to go through. Is it gonna do it? Are you gonna give points to everyone? Maybe? Maybe the bot is down. Oh, that would be the worst. Because Hendriss's command didn't even go through. Alright, well, if that's the case, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with that, and next stream, at the very beginning of it, I'll put a little sticky note on my monitor. You'll all get 30 points if you show up. Chat is dead? Or I thought it was just the bot that's dead. I think it's Stream Elements bot is just like silly. But yeah, so next time. Tomorrow, when we first start up, I will add points. It is back? It was down? It's back? I don't know what's going on. I mean, I could try again. Worst case scenario is that y'all get 60 points. Yeah, it's not going through. So yeah. Oh! Can't wait to see people failing and dying. Okay. Alright, for realsies. Thank you guys for coming. Blood Swords, Hendris, Zarlark. I think Alcas. I think he's lurking. Yeah. As I said, we love Baby Bird. Yes, Baby Bird will be returning with her amazing little hat. The huge long feather. So, anyway. Oh! It's still dead. But it just worked for you with the points. On my side, it's dead. No, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you, I don't know. If there's something that you liked or disliked about the stream, you can click stream feedback links in the Twitch info panels or on the Discord and let me know. As always, from my heart to yours, good luck.